Hello everybody, I am Jeffrey Hauser, author of the Learn With series, a bunch of books about Angular interacting with different backends. This is my first React screencast, and I expect that someday it may turn into a book, it may not. I'm not making any promises, but React is probably the biggest UI framework out there for building single-page applications, and I want to know more about it. So this is not going to be everything about React. What I'm going to go over in this series of videos, and I have 5 of them planned, I'm going to look at the React Tic Tac Toe tutorial, and there's a few extensions they suggest adding on your own. I'm going to go over those extensions and how I tackle them. First, let's take a look at this tic-tac-toe application. The user can click, it switches back and forth, and somebody wins. And we keep this running history of buttons. We can jump to any point in the game. Once we get to the end, we can no longer do a selection. Go to the game start to restart. And it just works. And I'm not going to show you the code or how to build it because that's all in the tutorial right up on the React website. What I'm going to review and tackle are these 5 little bonus suggestions at the end. This episode is actually going to focus on the first one. For the current move only, show you are at X instead of a button. So that means whichever one is the current move you're at, we don't want to show a button, we just want to show text. And we're going to tackle, I'm going to demonstrate how I implemented that for this tutorial. Okay, I have the code up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find out where we display the history, which is moves, which is an array. This seems to be React syntax for dropping an array into a React component. So I'm going to go to the moves array, which I'm looping, really mapping, which is a type of loop. If history is basically an array, and I'm mapping over it and translating the array into a bunch of buttons. What we want to do is, if we're on the current move, is not do a button and just display text. So what I'm going to do here, we do have a state, current move. If current move equals move, then I'm going to do description equals let's see, you are at move. And this is, I'm using template strings. Let's change the rest of these. So if current move is move, we're going to display that. Otherwise, if move is greater than 0, let's just list the template strings too. And now what we want to do here, I'm going to yeah, that's exactly what I want. And here, description. So I think that's what I need to do. We'll test this in a second. I have the sample running in the background at the command line. So description was already there. If it's current move, we're going to say you are at move, and this is just text. This is not covered by a button or a button. Else, if move is greater than 0, else go to game start. So I could probably organize this a bit better, but for the purposes of just getting this done, I'm going to stop here and let's go back to the browser. See, it starts. You're at move 0. You are at move 1, and it's not clickable. At move 2, at move 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and winner X. So we did it. Yay. That completes this session. Thank you for watching. In part 2, I'm going to talk about how we can generate the game board using an array and 2 loops. So we're going to generate it dynamically. That is the part I had the most difficult with of all the 5 extensions. And I can't wait to show you what I came up with.